Hey everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of the What's the Quack podcast. I am back. I am Ellie. I am from the UK, and I'm joined today with Joseph.
Hi, I'm Joseph, and I'm also from the UK, as you can probably tell by my voice, and this is so exciting.
And I've also got Luke with me today.
Hello, I'm Luuk, and I'm 20 years old, and I'm from the Netherlands.
So, yeah, today we are going to be talking about the Albanian national selection. They have released their 26 songs. Is there 26? I think, yeah, 26
Yeah,
songs
26.
for their national final, which is usually in December. I have absolutely no idea what date it is, but it's happening at some point, and we're here to talk about the songs, and we're a
Normally
bit
around
late.
December.
Yeah, we are a bit late. They have been out for quite a while. I have just knocked my bottle over.
No.
But yeah, we're just gonna talk about them. We're gonna go through the songs. We're gonna try and speed run it a bit because we took absolutely ages in the last podcast with doing Eurovision, and that was only 12 songs, and we have 26 to get through. So we're gonna try and speed run it. Joseph's gonna pronounce everything because I can't even say the name of the national selection, let alone any of the songs or the artist names. So we're gonna let Joseph do that, and
Okay.
you're gonna have to forgive our pronunciation. We are not Albanian. Joseph's gonna try his best, and I'm not gonna say a word because I can't. This is just no point me even trying. So yeah, we're gonna kick right off, and we're gonna go in alphabetical order by the artists' names. So Joseph, when you're ready.
Okay, so first we have Agim Poshka with his song Venti Im.
Right. I mean, eh. It's kicking off to a brilliant start. This song
Absolutely
is.
fantastic start.
Uh, eh. It's fine. I mean, there's some cool instruments, but I was a bit bored. Like, it's just not my vibe. There was just nothing to keep me interested. So, I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I it was boring, and it fully took 17 years to get started.
I actually really like the intro because it brought me to another dimension in some way,
Hmm.
but then it became like kind of old-fashioned and boring and not really for me. So yeah.
Yeah, it just like I said, there was some cool instruments, but apart from that, there was like, eh.
Yeah,
You
I
always
gave
get
it
a
a
couple of songs like this in
yeah.
Festivali I Kenges. There's always a couple of old Albanian guys singing songs that are exactly like this.
Exactly. But I gave it a 6 out of 5. 6. No, 6 out of 10. Um, because I don't want to be rude to the
I know
artist.
I felt awful, but I was like, well, I can't. I've got to just rate it honestly, and honestly, it's a 3 out of 10.
Yeah,
That's
it's not our style of music, exactly.
yeah.
It's a 4.5 for me, so it's not much better.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, this is the only video where there are comments enabled.
Is it actually? Wow.
It is.
Yeah,
It got like re-uploaded and the comments are enabled
Well,
somehow. I don't
anyway, on to song 2,
know.
Joseph.
okay, so next we've got Angela Pelisteri with her song Karma.
Um, yeah, I mean, she has a good voice, but I was just sort of like, eh. At the end, I was like, I maybe with some dramatic staging, and this could be good live. The staging could make it, but the song itself, I was just kind of left like, is that it? Sort of thing. So I gave it a 5 out of 10, just sort of middle of the road. Like, it could go either way. I could hate it, and it could grow on me. I'm not sure.
I have a personal gripe with this song because
Oh no.
it sounded the first half of it was a ballad and it sounded really, really good and really interesting. It's like, oh, this is right up my alley. And then it turned into just another pop song, and it was just I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I gave it a 6.5 because sort of that second half really just carried.
For me, it's actually my winner of the national selection, I think. And I wrote like a whole essay about why it's my favorite.
Oh, go on, Luke, go on.
But I'm not gonna go into it too deeply. But I really like the emotion behind her voice. Like she has a lot of emotion and the ethnic vibes. However, there's like one thing that I don't like about the song, which is it's old-fashioned. I mean, basically this whole national final is a little old-fashioned for me, for my taste. But I think with like a more modern revamp, just like 1944 with Jamala, I think it could work somehow. Like it has potential to be better than it is. So yeah, but
Okay.
I really liked it.
Cool. On to song number 3.
Okay, so song 3 is Devis Gerahu, tis song Peng.
This right. The only thing I have written is that this is not what I expected from a song called Peng, right? Because Peng in the UK means something completely different. Like, so I did not expect like a slow, like dated ballad or whatever it was. Like, this for me was one of the most forgettable songs in it. Like, I'll be honest, despite the fact that I only listened to them 24 hours ago, I do not remember most of these songs, but this one in particular, I cannot remember a thing. I just remember that I was slow and I was bored, and I've given it a 4 out of 10, which 4 out of 10 for me is usually I'm bored. It's not, not like 4 out of 10 is like, I don't dislike it. If I dislike it, I'll give it a 3 or less, right? But 4 is like, I'm just bored. It's fine, but I'm just bored. And that's what I've given this, so.
I did sort of lose my mind when I saw that it was called Ping. That was just unexpected.
Yep.
I thought the guitar was nice, but as soon as it got mildly interesting, the song ended. And it was just sort of, oh, is that it? So I gave it a 6 because I liked the guitar, but that's basically all that's going for it.
I feel like I've been really harsh with my ratings compared to you two.
Not until later.
Oh god.
I mean, I don't remember this song at all either, but I do know that I wrote that he was like singing very intimate in the beginning, and it made me feel uncomfortable in a way, just because I don't really like male vocalists when they're like have a masculine voice. So that's just my opinion, but yeah. But I don't remember what it sounds like because I don't remember the song.
Right, let's move on to song number 4.
Okay, song 4 is by Engshi Nasufi, and it's called Nyazoi.
Right, I really like. I say I really like this one. Right, okay, I did only give it a 7 out of 10. Right, but in comparison to the rest of my ratings, a 7 out of 10 is really good. I like the song. I think I put it's generic, but I got big Dua vibes. I was like jamming to it. It was like Dua's new music that's got kind of a retro feel. It gave me that kind of vibe, and I really enjoyed that. I think this could be really cool live, and I definitely think it could grow on me. But for the moment, it only got a 7 out of 10 because 7 out of 10 is my usual rating for just like good pop songs that are like, I won't turn it off, but I maybe wouldn't choose to listen to it. So, yeah.
I really liked it as well. I liked the disco vibes. I've put Albanian Dua Lipa, forgetting that Dua Lipa is actually Albanian. So that's not my finest moment, but no, I really liked it.
I love how we both thought it sounded like Dua.
Well,
It was very sort of disco-y, sort of future nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
No, I really liked it. I gave it an 8.5.
oh wow. I'm impressed. No, I gave it an 8 as well. It was like cute. It's a cute song. But what I wrote is, I'm gonna quote it: "Future nostalgia is quaking. Dua Lipa was sculpted." Seriously,
Yes.
that's what I wrote. Like Dua Lipa didn't create that sound, but it does remind me a lot of Dua Lipa. Like seriously, It's so similar. But that's good because I enjoy future nostalgia. Like
We've
as
all
an
gone down
album,
the
so-
same route here. Like, we've
Yeah.
all said it sounds like Dua. We like that.
It just does though.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
it does.
Joseph's got the highest rating for a pop song as well. Can we just take a moment?
Ian's gonna be thrilled.
Right.
Alright, on to song number 5.
Okay, song 5 is Era Rusi with her song Jali Im.
I can't remember what this is. But
It's
my
the
only
woman that's wearing the candles.
oh yeah. My only comment is, what in the fresh hell? Listen, right, I listened to these at 2 a.m, okay? I was clearly just not on a vibe with this song. I've put nothing else in my notes, and I genuinely can't remember what this. I wish I could give some. I feel horrible because I wish I could give something good about it, but I've not written anything. Like, that's all I've written, and I've given it a 2, and
Oh,
I've
no.
left it. I don't know. I can't remember why I didn't like it, or if there was anything good about it. I honestly, 2 a.m. Ellie is just, I shouldn't rate songs at that time.
My like one main comment is, why is she wearing candles?
That is a good question, yes.
Because it looks just really painful, and it was interesting. It's just not aimed at me.
Yeah. I mean, this is my boyfriend's favorite. Somehow.
Oh, brill.
But it's like, I mean, it's fun, but it's also like a bit trashy in a way. I mean, you don't remember Ellie, but it's like kind of
I
like a
really
drop
don't.
song.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I don't really know how to
Well,
explain it without saying a bad word. It's basically like a slutty song. That's what it is.
Fair. Well, let's just
So-
rapidly move on to song number 6.
Okay.
Okay, song 6 is Eric Loshi with his song Ya. And I've literally put, I don't know what to think about this. It's just nothing.
I apparently at 2 a.m. thought that the noises in the background sounded like the Minecraft Nether, but like on crack. Like,
What?
I don't know. I vaguely remember those weird noises in the background, and it was like hellish, but like not like horror film kind of hellish, like the weird noises that the things in the Nether make on Minecraft kind of hellish, and it was so distracting and just weird. His voice was great, but the noises in the song, if they weren't there, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more. I gave it a 6.5, and I think most of the points it lost are because of the strange noises.
Well, I thought the song reminded me of Human from Rag & Bone.
Oh
If
yeah,
that's his
Dragon Ball.
name. So, like, the beat was very similar and the production as well in the verses, I think. But it's not as similar as like Cypress 2017 Gravity, which basically was a copy of Human, but it was similar in a way.
Right. Number 7.
Song 7 is by Evi Recci and it's called Chej. I like this one. It's sort of quirky, it's a little bit silly, and I didn't think I'd expect to like it, and it was very catchy.
I am not surprised you like this one. That doesn't surprise me. The only thing I've put is that I am very indifferent. I could not make my mind up on this one, and when I was like trying to order my top, this one was the one that I would just kept coming back to, and I was like, I don't know if I like you. Like, I just didn't know what to do with it. I gave it a 6. And yeah, yeah. I just didn't really know.
So I was actually really intrigued by the thumbnail. Like, she looked great in that picture, but about the song, I also had the feeling that I didn't enjoy it, but at the same time, I kind of enjoyed it. So it was also a bit indifferent about it. So I don't know. I still don't know if I like it or not, but I like the picture in the video.
Fair enough. Right, song 8.
Okay, song 8 is by Fatos Shabani, and it's called Tea.
Alright, can I
No.
start, please? Because
Yes.
sad male ballad. Hello. I was so happy when I got to this. I was like, finally, something I can vibe with. I am quite kind of undecided if I like it or if I love it. I'm sort of between the stages. It's very pretty and it's definitely a lot more my vibe than every other song in the selection bar like 2. But I wanted more from it. Like I wanted a bit more drama, but I did enjoy it, and he has a great voice, so I gave it an 8. I was feeling in a good mood when I got to a sad male ballad apparently, so I gave it an 8. And yeah, I like it.
I have no shame in saying that this is in my top 5.
Yes,
I love it. It's just so cute.
it is. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, whole way through. And I do like these kinds of songs. And I've literally put, yes, please, more of this. And I've given it a 9.
Ooh.
Feeling generous.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was a bit special, but also very beautiful. But I got a little bored during the song, but then near the end it got better again. And I also made the note, thank you, as Tatjana would say, but only the Drag Race fans will get that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say about it other than that it was beautiful, but it bored me a little bit.
Fair enough. I've said fair
still
enough
gave it a
after like
7
every single one of
also.
these.
What? Oh.
I've said fair enough after like every single comment that Luuk has made. That's like my transition into the next song every time. It's just fair enough. Song 9.
Song 9 is by Festina Mezzini, and it's called Kush Yeti Tashuli.
I've done a bit of a modress on this one. I've written one word. Which also means I can't remember the song at all. I've just put eh. And I've given it a 4. I've given it a 4, which tells me I was probably just a bit bored. Especially at 2 a.m. I was probably just wanting my bed at this point. So I've just put eh. I know that's really unhelpful, but that's all I've got to show for myself. Like, just I'll let you two talk about this one.
I don't really have much to say about this one either. I liked her voice, and the guitar was nice. I do like her guitar. But it was just a bit boring. I wanted it left me wanting more. I have given it a 7.5.
Oh.
I know I'm shocking myself with these.
Yeah.
But no, it was all right.
It's like when you go back and read your own rating.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy this one. I said this is just not my favorite. So I did like the instrumental part in the song, but overall it just was
I was gonna say, it's like when you go back and read your own ratings and you sort of like, what? I rated that? Like, because I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, I was really mean. Right, song number... What number are we on? Someone help me. 10? Song number 10.
Song number 10 is Florent Abrashi with Vaizia. Instantly, as 3 seconds in, I put, this is an Ellie song.
Let me confirm or deny. Where's song number 10? Yeah, sort of.
It was the guitars at the start, and it was just like, this screamed something that Ellie would like.
Yeah, I mean...
I've put, like, I'm not into it, but it's a nice moment, sort of. It's nice for what it is, but I thought Ellie will be all over this.
I mean, I wouldn't say all over it, but I enjoyed it considerably more than some of the other songs. Um, the instrumentation was really pretty. Like, I assume the guitars, like what you're talking about, is what I meant by that.
Exactly,
but
right
I
at the start.
the only thing I put is like, I just wish that the chorus had a bit more oomph. Like, I just wanted some more. The last chorus nearly got it. Like, it nearly got there, but the other choruses were just a bit lacking. So I gave it a 7. I'm not sure where it ended up in my top. I don't know if I liked this more than the fourth song, the duo one, or not.
You saw it.
We'll have to see in my top at the end. Even I don't know, but yeah, no, I did like it. It was definitely a nice song. So yeah.
I didn't really like it. It's like, okay, there's like one artist in the Netherlands who makes similar songs to this one, and my brother really enjoys that artist. He always plays his music, and he annoys me with it. So this reminded me of that. The artist is called Bluff. I don't know if you know him. Probably not.
Nope.
And yeah, so I wasn't a fan of this one.
Right, let's move on to song 11. I Can Count.
Okay, song 11 is Frank Coruni, and it's Molen Bolton.
I was low-key living my best life listening to this song. It reminds me so much of Serhat. It just those are the vibes that I was collecting. I was like, it was charming, and I think based on the song alone, I've given it a 6.5 because the song isn't really my thing, but there's something about him. Just the vibes are immaculate.
I was about to say the vibes are immaculate, but my comment is literally, I have no clue what's going on. This is so confusing. What is happening? Because it was just, it started playing, and I was like, what is happening? And I've given it a 3.
Oh no!
How dare you!
I had no idea what was going on the whole time.
This is one of those songs I feel like I'm gonna see it live and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm literally in love with you. You are amazing. Like, it gives me that kind of vibe.
I do think he's going to absolutely serve live.
I hope so. I really
I
hope
want to
so.
see it live.
The picture with him in the glasses just oozes charisma, and it's
Yeah.
I thought the song was a bit messy, same as you probably, but I also want to see it live. Like, he could rock it, to be honest.
Yeah, I am excited for that one live. Alright, song number 12.
Song number 12 is by Gigliola Haveliku, and it's Ellie. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a moment. Because I do like a sad ballad, as you probably know. But it was more than that. It felt modern.
Yeah, it was more contemporary.
Yeah, I was about to say contemporary because it's when the drums sort of kicked in. I'm like, oh, this is good.
Let me have a look what I've written.
Is that like a drum and bass beat?
Yeah.
I remember it! Yeah, I remember this one. I just put...
Oh no.
I just put, it started cute, and then there was like whoop whoops.
What?
I just remember like whoop whoops.
I'm confused.
I think it's just like the kind of like the dubstep drum and bass beat that just kicked in mid ballad. So
the little synth bit.
Yeah, and it's like I wanted a big dramatic ballad, and instead I got wub wubs, and she gave me absolutely nothing, and I was so disappointed. I gave it a 6. Which, looking back at my comments, I feel as though I've been a little bit generous, because I don't think I enjoyed the wub wubs. Oh, anyway, let's move on to song number 13.
Song number 13 is by Giergi Kacinari, and it is Müjep Yeter, and it's my last.
Really?
I wasn't a fan of this as well.
I was like,
Okay, well, I'll let you air your grievances, and then I'll defend it.
oh, well, I'm just gonna start off by saying I gave it a 1.5.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Joseph, we're gonna have a fight.
It was the fact that his voice was so deep you couldn't actually hear what he was saying. All I could hear was "oh."
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, you're
And
right.
it was just like, not only could I not hear what he was saying, which is quite important in a song contest, it was just so boring. I was bored, and like nothing happened.
Well,
I mean,
Luke, you speak.
heard it in a recap. Yeah, I'm in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't love it. So, yeah, I heard it in a recap of like a top 26 of someone, and I said this is one of the best male ballads in the national final. So I was like, okay, sure. And then I re-listened to it yesterday or today, and I was like, what is this? Like they chose one good part for the recap, and the rest of the song was like not it. It's like boring. His voice was raspy, which I really dislike. And yeah, I rated it a 4.5 out of 10.
Well, I gave it a 9.
Oh
Right,
no.
first of all, right, he sounds like Hermes from the musical Hades Town, if you've seen that. He just sounds like a younger version of Hades? No, not Hades. He sounds like a younger version of Hermes. He has a really deep voice, and it's just cool. I liked his voice. Obviously, it's a sad male ballad, so I was gonna stand right from the off. But, like,
True.
this is one of very few songs in this national final that has a build. I would have wanted it to be a bit more dramatic, just for my personal taste, but at this point, 13 songs in, I was like, I will take it. I will accept this as a build, and we'll go with it. And I really think that this could come to life on stage. I think that this could have a really good performance, and yeah, it was the only song that I was really like getting excited about. I was like, oh, I like this. I'm actually enjoying this, and I am upset that Joseph doesn't like it.
I do not like it one bit.
And
So
that
let's move on before we start a massive fight.
That makes me very sad. Right, song 14. Another one I actually liked.
Song 14 is Ines Neziri with her song Pendişe. And Ines was in Festivali I Kenges a few years back because she came second with I think it's called Piedestal, and that was amazing, and I loved that. Piedestal did outsell this song, but it was cute. I liked it. It just wasn't as good as her past song, so I gave it an 8, and that's really all there is to say about it.
Well, I don't know her past song, so I can't compare it to anything, and I liked this. Again, some drama in the chorus. This is all I've wanted. It was just some drama, and I got it. Thank God. The verses need work, right? I'll say that. The verses need a little bit of work. But I enjoyed the chorus. I liked the drama. I gave it an 8.5. I was enjoying it.
I also gave it an 8.5. And I also said that her previous song was better. But I don't mind this winning, and I can actually see this one winning because it's not outdated and it's also not too modern, but it's still right in between, which I think fits with Festivali I Kenges. I don't know how to pronounce that,
Joseph?
but yeah,
Festivali I Kenges.
There you go.
exactly. And
What
but
Joseph
I
said.
think exactly. I think this one will do really well in the contest, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's great, I guess. For
Cool.
Yeah, well, on last note, she has been proven to sing like really well because she was very close to winning. I think it was 2017 that she was there, and
Good.
like
I don't
she
remember.
I don't know. But she absolutely smashed it, and she was really close to winning. So I'm excited to see how that what
Yeah,
happens there.
same.
Right. Song number 15.
Okay, song 15 is by Camilla Islamai, and it's called Kuytimet Skana Forme.
Right,
Now,
I'll start because I have very little to say other than that. I just don't understand. I just, I didn't get it. I didn't get the instrumental. Like this was the one with the chorus that was like quieter than the verses, and the verses seemed more chorusy. It was a strange composition for a song, and it just completely lost me. So I ended up giving it a 2 because I just didn't enjoy it.
this is another one that I'm saddened by because Carmela was in last year's Festivali I Kenges with the song Mungilos, and I loved it. It sounded like a James Bond theme, and it was amazing. So I was hoping for more of that. And it sounded like it was going to go there. It starts and the piano goes and the strings, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. And then the verse hits, and I'm just like, oh. So I've given it a 5.5, and honestly, I think that's a little generous. I think I'm just sort of hoping that if it wins, which it probably won't, but if it wins, they need to do the classic Albanian revamp on it.
Yeah, I thought it was also boring, just like any other song in the national final so far. Oh no. But give me musical theater movie vibes or something. I don't know, but I didn't enjoy it. I also gave it like a 4 or something. Not my style.
Right, let's move on to song 16, I think.
Okay,
Oh
so
no.
song 16 is by Castro Zizo, and it's called Valujetish. Now, if there's one thing I need to do before I die, it is meet this man. Because, oh my god, this song is amazing.
Really?
I love it. I love it so much. I wasn't expecting to love it. It was just everything came together at the same time, and he's got a shirt with his name on it, and it's just like this is everything that I wanted. I've put I should not be upset. I should not be as obsessed with this as I am. Oh my god, I love it.
I think I was just taken aback by this because my only notes are just what, and I literally don't know what to say. Like, those are my only notes. I think I was just shocked. And I didn't quite know what to do because it was like bordering on like Foo Fighters-esque rock, but with like a weird dated Albanian vibe to the. It was just, I was so confused, and I'm not gonna. I did quite like his voice, and his vibe is quite cool. I just didn't kind of get everything together. It was just a bit weird. So I gave it a 3 because I think in the end I came to the conclusion that I was not enjoying myself, and yeah.
I gave it a 3 as well. It's kind of like the rock version of Ironero. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh,
I don't know
Nero.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's kind of...
I also love Nero, so you know.
That explains why you like it.
It makes a lot of sense.
But I also thought it was like weird and repetitive, and I didn't really enjoy his shouting in the song. I think he shouted or like screamed a little bit. I don't know, but it's really weird. Really weird.
On to song 17. Yep, that's the right one.
Song 17 is by Clint Cholaku and it is Dochedal.
What did I put? I put It's Fine, I guess. That was my only contribution to this song. I've given it a 6, which means I enjoyed it more than I didn't. But yeah, it's literally all I've put is that it's fine. It was okay. I think I expected to like it more. Based on just sort of like vibes alone from like the thumbnail and his voice and everything. I expected to like it more. So I think I was just a bit disappointed that I didn't. And that's why it just sort of ended up getting the fine comment.
I've just put it's boring.
Right, straight to the point. Straight to the point.
My only comment, and I've given it a 3.5 because it just I cannot remember. The only thing I can remember is the song title, and that's because I'm looking at the song title right now.
Oh no.
That is tragic.
Very. I just thought the song was a bit sleepy, but I really liked his voice. His voice was great.
So Luuk has said it's boring, but in a nicer way. It was a bit sleepy. Oh, right. Song 18. Oh dear.
Song 18 is by Manjola Nalbani, and it is Ola Yetush. It was bewildering. I've put it sent and confused me at the same time. But she hits some notes.
I mean, yeah, I'll give her that, right? But no, it's just not. No, it's not me. It's probably the furthest you could possibly have gone from the kind of music that I like. It's just not. I mean, great if you love this, then I'm all for it. Like, go for it. And I have not a bad word to say about how it's produced or like her voice or anything. It's just not me, and I just did not enjoy it at all. And I think this is the only one I actually skipped because I just could not get through it. Like, I actually listened to the rest of them in full, but this one I was just like, I know I don't like it. I don't know why I'm putting myself through this, so I gave it a 1.
Oh no.
It's the first one of the podcast.
I gave it a 7.
Oh,
Oh, I give it a 5. I really didn't know how to feel about it. Just like Joseph said, it was like confusing.
well, that
That sums it up.
Anyway, to song 19.
Song 19 is by Milud, and it is Nuja Videj.
I don't understand. This has had so much hype. This is the only song I've heard anyone talk about, and I don't get it. I just don't understand. I just didn't vibe with like the weird like dance breakdown, whatever it was. Like I didn't enjoy it. I gave it a 4.5, which
What?
I just don't get the hype. Like, I don't understand. I listened to it and I was like, and then I looked at the artist name and I was like, hang on, is this the one that everyone's like raving about? What? Why? I just don't get it. I don't know. I mean, everyone's saying that everyone loves this because it's like Mitana, but I liked Mitana last year, which was surprising because that it's not really my kind of music. But I enjoyed Mitana, right? I did not enjoy this. And I don't get it. I don't get the comparisons. I don't get the hype. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just Melud was in Festivali I Kenges last year with a sad male ballad that crashed out in the semis, which I
Tragic.
know Ellie would. Yeah, you would have seen.
I don't know
But
the song, but that sounds tragic.
but this year, he really said, "Let's send Metana again," and I didn't like Metana in the first
I
place.
just don't get
So
that though, because I didn't think it sounded anything like it.
But it's literally the same structure as Metana.
Maybe I've just not listened to Mitana in a long time, but I
Yes.
just didn't get the comparison. Like, nothing
Before
about
the
this
announce-
struck me as Mitana. Like,
before the announcement of sort of all of the songs, he literally said he was sending a song that was like Metana.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even deny that he was just.
and
he
I
was,
still don't
doing,
get it.
He was doing Nazavdej is to Metana what Tamta's replay was to Fuego.
Oh no.
Same song but worse.
Do they like replay? Oh no. I mean, I think people like this because it's one of the more contemporary songs. Exactly. So I think that plays a role into why people enjoy it, but also because it's similar to Metana, and people wanted to see Metana in Eurovision. So I think this is kind of like their new song to enjoy, I guess.
Which probably
But
also means it's going to lose to an Albanian ballad.
probably. But I also wrote down that I could see this play on the radio here. It's like very radio friendly, and it gave me like summer vibes. And here people really like summery, exotic songs from like different countries, just like Bonbon from Era Estrefi. I think that's her name. So I just randomly got that thought when listening to it, but I don't know if it's. I don't think that will happen, but it was just a random thought.
Right. On to song number 20.
Okay. Song 20 is by Orgez Zaimi and it's called Velekshia e Kutimeve.
I don't remember this song. I given it 4, which is usually an indicator that I was bored, which probably explains why I don't remember it. My comment that I've put is I don't really know, it just seems aged. I'm just gonna see if I can find the thumbnail of the video because that might jog my memory.
It's like a jazz song.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, the fringe. The fringe. No, not the fringe. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. It just, yeah. I think, yeah, it just had a kind of old-timey vibe that I just didn't enjoy. I think that's my only gripe with it. I do think her voice is nice though.
Yeah, her voice is great.
She has a natural sort of charisma, which sort of you can sense in the song, but the song itself wasn't massively great. I've given it an 8, and that is because you could feel her sort of charisma through the the screen almost. But the piano at the start sounds extremely similar to the piano at the start of Daydream Believer.
I thought it sounded like a song. I remember thinking, this sounds like something else, and I cannot for the life of me remember what I thought it sounded like, but it sounded incredibly familiar.
I spent 2 days trying to figure out what song it was, and it's Daydream Believer.
That makes a lot of sense.
One Direction?
No, by the
90s.
No. I thought this song was not really my type of music I would listen to. It's like jazzy, little jazzy, I don't know, not my thing. But I really like the translation of the song title. It's called Suitcase of Memories. I was like, wow, I was impressed by that. But
That's cute. That is cute.
yeah.
Right, song number 21.
Song 21 is Roselle Gilbegu and Vashizo. I'm in love with this song.
I am not.
I'm obsessed. Okay, first of all, that hat is a moment.
It's a fashion statement.
But I've just put ethnic banger.
That's it. That's the only comment.
Yeah, it was just I loved it. Was the start when you had the sort of violin type thing, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good, and then it kept getting good, and then when the drop hits and you get the flute coming through, I almost fell off my chair.
Well, I mean, on the contrary, I think it was at that moment that I realised I was going to hate this. I mean, I didn't despise it. I didn't dislike it as much as song 18, but I was not a fan of the music. I was not a fan. Her voice is nice. I didn't mind the singing or anything like that. I was just not a fan of the music. There wasn't anything wrong with it. It's just not my kind of thing. I gave it a 3. I think she redeemed it. If I hadn't really liked her that much, it probably would have been lower, but I think she brought the score up a little bit, but I was just not a fan of the music at all. And yeah, that's just my personal taste. There's nothing wrong with the song or anything, it's just me.
Yeah, I have to agree with Joseph that it was like, it's basically an ethnic banger. I really, really, really like the flute in the instrumental part. I really like that one. And I don't really have a lot more to add except for that it was great. So yeah, I want to see it live, and that's it.
Right.
I did give that a 10.
A 10?
Obviously.
Oh, I gave it a 7.5.
I was just losing my mind, and I was like, this is getting a 10.
Joseph's the only one that's got a 10 in this.
Yeah, my highest one was a 9.
Mine's also a 9. Anyway, song 22.
Song 22, yep, is by Sadi Slugai, and it's called Kamitva Mikate.
I like his voice. I like the vibe. It just didn't really go anywhere. I think this might be one, if I listen to it again, I might like it more. Because when I watched a recap just before we did this podcast, this song stood out and I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. It might have just been the time slot that was used in the recap, but I've given it a 5.5 and I'm looking at that now and I'm like, was I a little bit mean with that song? Because it doesn't really go anywhere, but I do like his voice, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's one for reevaluation. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah.
My comments are almost exactly identical to yours, Ellie. Like, I've put his voice is great, the song's a bit flat, and it's all the same stuff that you've put, but I've given it a 4.5.
Ah, nearly. We were nearly completely in agreement.
So close.
Miracles could happen. So close to a miracle.
I give it a 4. So I'm like, I actually have the same thoughts as you. But it also reminded me of like Hungary 2016 in a way. I don't know what it's called. Pioneers?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I love Pioneer.
But I hated that song.
The thing is that Pioneer was so dramatic, and it was like,
yeah.
Yes, King. Like that, I loved that. I was thriving, and I think that is what this song is missing. Yeah. It's that drama. That drama that Pioneer has could work so well in this song, and it could be amazing. But it just has nothing. It's like, please give us something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
but
Song. Oh, sorry.
with a
Carry on.
revamp, it could work. Like Albanian revamps may help this song. Oh.
Yes, but it needs to get that far first. Is the issue?
Yeah.
Which I'm not entirely sure it's going to. Right. Anyway, song 23. The only song title I can pronounce. That and Karma. I can say Meteor
What do you
and
want
I
to
can
do?
say Karma.
Can you say the guy's name?
Well, I can say Stefan in English terms. I don't know if you'd say it differently in Albanian, but as for the last name, I originally read it as Macarena, which is not correct.
Oh no.
I'd say Stefan Marina.
Marina.
Sort of.
You're close.
Well, it'll do. It's better than any of the others.
Right.
Wait, I wanted to like this because it has a space
Remember when
title.
the playlist first got, it was literally just like, I've put, Ellie said she'd love this from the name, but I very much do not like it. Yeah, it just, no. I've given it, no, it's just, no. I've given it a 2.
I really wanted to like it because it has a space themed title. Like the building blocks were all there. It's a male. It's a space themed title. It could have been a ballad. Like the building blocks were all there, and then the music is just. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like it was just one massive like like it just I was just very undecided. Like I was like, am I enjoying this or am I just lying to myself? Do I just want to enjoy it because it's called Meteor? Like I don't know. I think my obsession with space themed songs is really clouding my judgment here, and I just can't make my mind upon it. So I gave it a 6, and yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I give it a 6 as well. I just wrote I don't hate it, and I didn't write anything else.
Just I don't hate it.
Yeah.
That's
I
like the
was just
equivalent.
like-
It's like the equivalent of when you don't come podium in a race, and they're just like, "Yeah, you can have this sticker. It says I ran in a race."
Yeah, it's okay, I guess. A bit cheap, but alright, sure.
Like really gave Meteor the participation medal and was like, "Yeah, that'll do." Anyway, song 24.
24, yeah.
Okay, song 24 is by Victor Tahilai, and I think it's pronounced Luna.
I think he looks like an absolute icon. Can I just say that hat was a moment.
Not again.
Absolutely brilliant. He looks like the friendliest guy, but the song it just seemed incredibly dated. Like he is just one of the like middle-aged to old Albanian men that just sing like dated like Albanian songs. I don't even know what genre to call them because it's like, is it a ballad? I don't even know. Like it just seemed old, like, but not like old timey old, like just kind of old. Like it just hadn't aged well. And but he seems like an icon. What did I give it? I gave it a 5, I believe. Yeah, I did. I gave it a 5. It's there, middle of the road. I might enjoy the performance because of him, but don't really enjoy the song.
Well, my comment is who's left their uncle unattended.
Oh no.
Literally.
The ultimate vibe I got was the uncle that's had a little bit too much to drink at a wedding and suddenly thinks he's a pop star.
Oh my god. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I gave it a 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dunno. Just dunno.
I mean, I agree with more than with Ellie, so it's like a 4.5. But
Mhm.
I also agree with Joseph. Oh, okay. I also agree with Joseph comment about the uncle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could basically be my uncle. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nice. Right. Song 25. We're nearly there. We're nearly there.
Okay, it, song 25 is by Wendy Manchaku, and it's called Verzi Spirititim.
Right. I've said it's cute, right? But it's very one note. We all know I like my dramatic ballads. I've said it about 50 times. And it had nothing. It was cute. It was fine, but it just wasn't dramatic enough for me. I needed a bit more of a kick to it. So I gave it a 6.5. It's like I don't dislike it. It's fine. I just don't think I'd listen to it. Yeah.
Mm. I kind of love it. Her voice is
Just
great.
kinda.
Kinda. Her voice is great, and I thought the instrumental worked really well. I can understand it didn't. It needed to go a bit further.
Mm.
But I've given it an 8.5. I think if they can do something there, just to give it a bit more oomph, that could
Yeah,
be on. They could be
Yeah,
onto a winner there.
I agree with that. That it would help it a lot if it just had a little bit more oomph.
yeah. I also gave it an 8.5, and I also commented that it was lovely and that I enjoyed listening to it. But also that it was a bit flat, so it definitely needs a revamp or some spice near the end or whatever. Um, but maybe it can work with like an orchestra, which they will perform with,
Yeah.
I think. So we'll see. But I enjoyed it.
All right. And finally, we've made it, boys. The last song, song number 26.
Song 26, the final song, is by Jessica Polo, and it's called Merm Blonde.
Right.
It's my winner.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll save you till last then, Joseph. You can take us out on a bang. Right. I don't get the backing vocals. I, they were incredibly distracting throughout the entire song. I don't know whose idea that was. Like, if they weren't there, this song would probably be a whole lot better. I just didn't get the weird backing vocals. I don't know what they added to the song. They were just incredibly distracting. I literally have put, is that even what they're meant to be? Like, are they even meant to be backing vocals, or are they just like noises? Like, I don't get it. Apart from that, I liked it. It's nice. It's cool. I'd given it a 6.5, so I just could not get over the backing vocals. But without them, if they were less audible, if they weren't throughout the entire song, if they were just in bits of it, then all of these things could have improved it. But it was just those constant backing vocals, or whatever they were, just I just couldn't get past them, and it ruined the song for me, unfortunately. But apart from that, I've got no complaints. It was a good song. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful and that it was great, but it's also nothing unique for the selection. Like this song is basically what every song sounds like in Festivali I Kenges.
Yeah.
Um, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Um, and I really liked her delivery, like her vocal delivery. She was great.
Yeah. She has a really good
And
voice.
yeah, and she sang with a lot of emotion, it seemed like, which I really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I give it a 7.5.
I think that live, if her voice is as good as it is in
Yes.
studio, and you can hear the backing singers less, this will
Yeah.
grow on me. At the moment, however, as it stands with those backing vocals in the studio, please no.
Okay, well, um, it's just I love it so much. It's obviously a 10. I could look past the sort of backing. That's how much I like this song.
At least you agree with me that the backing vocals are strange.
Yeah, it sort of, this song crept up on me. I didn't really sort of properly get into it until probably the third listen. But then when it sort of got going, it was just like, oh my god, what have I been missing? I love it. It's given me massive Shy vibes. So that could be a good sign. But maybe it will controversially beat Mirud because he sent Metana too.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh no, the fan base will hate on her. Oh no.
The absolute wars. The Kian and Joseph war is that. What I'll be looking forward to if that happens. Right, so that is all 26 songs from this year's insert national selection name here.
Festivali I Kenges.
Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, that is all 26 songs from Albania's national selection this year. I had a slightly painful time listening to most of it. I'm not gonna lie, but
No.
it was okay. I'm interested to see what will win. I think it's going to be a battle. It usually is in Albania. So, yeah, and obviously it will be kicking off the Eurovision season. And potentially, if nothing comes out of left field and beats it, will probably give us our first Eurovision song of the season, which is very exciting. That's the only real reason I'm looking forward to it, because I'm fairly certain that the songs I actually like probably aren't going to win. So, but yeah, apart from that, we will just quickly, I was going to say, we do not have time to go through our entire tops. I was going to say we could say our top 5, but I don't even think I can manage to do that, because I cannot pronounce a single one of these song names. I just don't know how to approach this.
Try.
You can try.
I can try, right, okay. Well, oh god, okay, right. So my 5th place is, I can say his first name, I think it's a him, Florent, is that right? With, the song begins with a V.
Oh, Visor.
Yes, that one. That is my 5th. My 4th is the one that begins with N. the boppy one by N.A. or something like that. Yes, that one. My 3rd place is the one that just looks like it's got "thank you" as the title abbreviated.
Oh, T.
Yes, T. And my 2nd is her name Inise? Maybe? Inise? My 2nd place?
Oh, Ines Nesiri, Pendisha.
Yes, that's my 2nd. And then my 1st place is... I don't even know where to start with that. Jetty? Something like that?
Your first is not Muyep Yeta.
Yeah? Yeah, it is. According to my list, yeah, it is.
Oh, for goodness sake. That is my last.
This is what we wanted. This is why me and Joseph are on this podcast together.
Turns out we weren't arguing over Albanian women, though.
No, we were arguing over Albanian men.
Feminine one of all of them.
Right, this will be quicker. Joseph's now going to list his top 5 from 5th to 1st.
My 5th is Fatos Shabani with T. My 4th is Gigliola Havediku with Ellie. My 3rd is Castro Zizo with Valerio Yetush. My 2nd is Rosella Gilbego with Varshazo. And my winner, of course, is Jessica Polo with Merm Blonde.
Right. Luke, do you want to attempt to pronounce your top 5?
I can try.
It can't be any
Okay.
worse than mine. Just take that.
I didn't write the artist name, so I'm just gonna say the song titles.
Okay.
But I think in fifth place is Nyesoi, the Dua Lipa song.
News story, yeah.
Then let's see, where is it? Then in fourth is Ellie, the drum and bass one.
Oh god.
Ellie.
Triggered. Whoops.
Then in third, I think that's a tie, is Festivali I Kenges, the 25th song.
Yeah,
And
Festivali team.
exactly. And then also Pelisteri, the one from Piedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then for first place, I have Karma and also Mirut. I don't know what's the song name.
Nujividej.
Exactly. So those two are my two favorites, but I think that's the most favorite songs of the selection. Maybe, I don't know.
So basically, barely any of us have anything in common in our tops.
Yeah.
Me
I'm
and
very
Luke have
sure
got
we
the
all-
Dua song. I can't remember if Joseph had the Dua song in there.
Well, it's sixth, so
Oh.
Nearly.
just
So
outside.
close.
Almost a full sweep.
Oh, right. But yeah, that will conclude this episode of the What's the Quack podcast. Thank you all for listening. If you are listening on YouTube, then make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another podcast. And also, we've been uploading reaction videos to the channel, so if you want to check those out, you can do it as well. The next podcast will probably be on Estee Lauder songs and whatever else is being released. I know Israel's got some snippets out now. Things are happening all over the place and I just can't keep up. France has announced their art, like it's chaos at the moment, so we'll be covering all of that next time. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss the next episode, and yeah, we will see you in the next podcast. Bye guys.